Hello Internet! I'm Nick Acciani and these are my adventures backstage. One of my many jobs, in addition to stage managing and technical directing, which I've given you a glimpse of already, is as a prop master. The show I'm currently working on is Pride and Prejudice at the Actors Co-op in Hollywood, which opens February 6th. There will be a link below to their website. You might be wondering why I broke up the work table. Sometimes when you're doing props for a show, those props include food. And that kind of sucks because you generally have to go food shopping every weekend to get enough food for every show. But if you're lucky, there's food on the table, there's food in the show, but nobody eats it. And when that happens, you get to fake the food. So why do we fake it, you might ask, instead of just buying it? Even if you don't have to buy it to replace it for each weekend, for each night, because they go through the prop and eating it, you still have to buy it before it goes bad, because no one wants to see a rotting orange on the stage. When you fake it, the food doesn't go bad and it can last the entire run, and it's generally cheaper for you, so you can spend that money and that time spending in the supermarket on something else. For Pride and Prejudice, on my list was a plate of scones, and I just found out the other day that they are not eaten at all. So today I'm going to show you guys how I made these scones, or how I'm making them. First thing you want to do before you get the materials, before anything, is to look up what that actually is. So I'm just going to open up Google here, type in British scones. I don't know if British scones are different than American scones or different than Australian scones, so I'm just being oddly specific, which is a good thing to do when you're doing props. Alright, so here's your image. You're going to base everything off of that. You're going to try and replicate that look and that texture. So how do we do that? Well, you do it with these things. A foam block, different types of paint, a paper plate to put all the paint on, a little plastic spatula knife thing, and various sizes of paintbrushes. First thing you do is take your foam block and open it. We're going to cut this, I'm thinking, for about the size of the scone. It looks like this is going to be a good diameter, so you want to go how deep it is. So this looks like it's deep long enough that we could go into quarters. So I'm going to cut about a quarter of it off with the knife. Just go in there. Yeah, get in. Alright. This is going to get really messy, especially with this type of foam. Any type of foam you work with, when you're carving foam, it's going to get everywhere. You might want to put down a tablecloth. So a scone is kind of a circle, not a square, which this is. So you're going to take your plastic spatula or any other kind of carving tool that you have and just start going around in a circle, shaving down. I feel like I'm a teacher in a textbook. I'm also having flashbacks to my 3D art class in high school, which I actually, when I was a substitute teacher, subbed for. Notice how the top is kind of angled in on the picture. So you're going to try and do that with the foam, where the bottom, the base of the scone, is going to be a little bit wider than the top. We're going to go on the top now and dig into that a little bit, because you notice the top isn't completely smooth. You want it to have that texture that the scone has, of it being kind of bubbly and crumbly. Now that's a little bit small, but you know what? Honestly, that's okay. They're not all going to be the same size and perfect. When you get scones at the store, they're not all made the same. They're all different. Love them for their differences. Alright, so after we've gotten the shape, the next step is to paint it, because scones are not green. They're this nice beigey color. And oh look, we got it right here. So we're going to put it down, we're going to spray paint. Oh wait, this is spray paint. We should do this outside in a nice well-ventilated area. Welcome back. Alright, now that we have it painted, thanks to the magic of camera editing, I painted these a little bit earlier and now they're mostly dry. Not completely dry, but mostly dry. Now that the scone has been painted, it's time to add on the details. We've got what looks like kind of a plain dough before it's been baked. Take a little bit of your red ochre paint, put it on your paper plate, spread it out. Take your small brush. For this step, you're going to want to hold the bristles of the brush together as you go in. Put a little bit of paint on the tip, just the tip, and then pound it out so that you get most of the paint off of the brush. Then you're going to take that and kind of mimicking where it is on the picture, just kind of on the edges, go on the scone to kind of give it a I've been cooked browning look. Don't be afraid to go too heavy on it because it is paint and we can always paint over it. So after you're done painting all of the scones, you want to display them nicely on whatever serving tray that you're going to be serving them. Glue them down together so they don't go anywhere, and there you go. Good enough to eat, but don't eat it because it's gross. Alright, that's it. That's how you take foam and make it a scone. That didn't rhyme as well as I wanted it to. If you enjoyed that and you would like to see more how-to videos, give me a big ol' thumbs up, subscribe, and check back every Tuesday because that's when I make new videos. See you next time. Nick out. E.T. Scone home.